guys, welcome to another video. So today we're going to be doing a super long polygel set. Can't wait. So I've pulled out these 3 polygels. These 2 are pinks and this one is a green. The polygels I'm using are from Aliexpress. We're going to be working on my red iguana hand today. So I've already applied the 3 tips off camera. Ignore the white on them tips, it's just where I've wiped over them with some isopropyl alcohol. So I'm going to show you how I apply the tips on this index finger. So these are the tips what we're going to be using today. They are 2XL square 3-edge tips. So I've got my nail bed tip already pushed into the cuticle well. I'm going to be using my favourite nail glue ever. Bozlin nail glue is amazing, guys. It dries very, very quickly though, so you do have to be so precise and quick. So I've just applied that to the free edge of the nail bed, if you like, and stick the tip on, pinch the sides in, and that is stuck already. It dries so fast, this nail glue. So now I've pulled out my Melodysusie nail drill, and I'm just using a very small carbide cone bit. It's tiny little bit, this is, but it's a really nice bit to just file down the wings of that free edge nail tip. I've done the left hand wing. I've now changed the direction of the E-file, and I'm going to do the right hand wing. So I'm just filing down those wings and smoothing out that free edge tip, blending it into that natural nail so there's not a harsh step, wiping over with some isopropyl alcohol just to get rid of the dust. So that's the tip all applied. Now we're going to prep the nails. So I'm using Nail's bond system for this. Now because I'm using a practice hand, I don't really need to be doing the dehydrating and priming, but I'm going to leave it in the video for you guys anyway. So I go in with my dehydrator first, and I only apply that on the natural nail, not on the tip. And then I go in with my bonder and do the exact same again, let that dry, and now I'm going in with a base coat. So I'm going to be using Morovan's base coat for this. And the base coat I'm applying to the whole of the nail, the natural nail and the free edge tip. Nice thin coat. You don't need to douse the nails in this, guys. It does not need to be a super thick coat, a base coat. Nice thin coat will do the job perfectly. You don't want to bulk the nails out anyway, so try and keep the layers super thin. So I've done the other 2 off camera, and then give them a cure for 60 seconds. They're all fully cured now. So I pulled out my polygel brush. This is a typical polygel brush with the spatula on the other end. I'm going to be using the Morovan slip solution. Pop that in my dappen dish, like that. And then I'm going to pull out a little bit of kitchen roll so I can dab my brush off. So we're going to start off by using this Mshare first. Really nice base colour this is. Beautiful, like pinky nude. And I'm just going to apply that to the whole of that index finger. Nice big tube of this, guys. Look, 60 ml of that. I've got a few of these to try. I think I've got about 4 different colours. I can't wait to use the rest of them. So what I like to do is first, I like to go around in that cuticle area and just push it into the cuticle area first. And then I like to pull it down the sides and just spread it over the whole of that nail, keeping the bulk of the product in that back third, in that apex area, and that will build your strength. So I'm just trying to pull it all down the sides first, just patting, pressing, slightly pulling a little bit. This is quite a soft polygel, so I'm trying to be really light-handed because I'm a very heavy-handed person, so I do struggle when it comes to quite a soft polygel. But my room was so hot, guys, so it was making this polygel a lot softer. One thing I do like about this polygel, though, it's not sticky at all. I'm hardly having to clean my brush off at all. So that slip solution, when I'm finding that my brush is starting to stick, I just dip my brush in the slip solution, drain off the excess liquid on the kitchen roll, and then go in and use it like that. You don't want to dip your brush into the slip solution and then go straight onto the polygel, because that is just going to flood the polygel with slip solution. All the slip solution is there for is to keep the brush from sticking to the polygel. So now I'm just tucking it into that cuticle area, making sure it's all nice and neat in that cuticle area. pulling it all the way down to the free edge, making sure it's all nice and crisp, keeping that nice, crisp, square, sharp shape. Give that a cure for 60 seconds. So that is the pointer fingernail done. Now we're going in with the Morovan, which is this beautiful green colour. You see that I've just applied that to the free edge of this nail. So I'm going to be doing a ombre on this nail. So when I'm doing an ombre, I like to go in with the darker colour first. I'm just dragging it down the sides, making sure that the side walls are fully covered with the polygel, making sure it's nice and smooth. Again, trying to keep that nice, crisp, square shape. You want to try and just keep it to the shape of that tip on the underneath. That's the best way to explain it, really. So now I've got the sides where I want them and I'm happy with them. I'm now blending that back bit back over to the natural nail. So you want to kind of thin it out, fade it out backwards going up that nail, because the thinner you make that, the lighter that colour is going to go, making it a lot easier to cover with your nail bed colour. So I'm going to give that a full cure for 60 seconds. Now on this ring fingernail, I'm going to do the exact same as the middle, but the opposite way round. So I'm switching the colours round. So I've applied the green in that cuticle area. I'm just tucking it nice and neatly in that cuticle, making sure it's nice and flush with the natural nail, giving it a really nice smooth transition. And then I'm just fading that green down the tip, where I'm going to fade that pink over the top of it, just like we did with the middle, but the other way around. Then once I'm happy with that, I'll give that a cure for 60 seconds. That's now had a full cure. And then on this pinky nail, we're just going to do a full green nail. So just like the pointer fingernail, get it nice and neat in that cuticle area, then pat and press down the sides, making sure the polygel's covering all the side walls. And then make sure it's nice and smooth. See, the smoother you get your application, guys, the less filing you're going to have to do. I did struggle a little bit with getting this polygel smooth, because this Morovan green was a very, very soft polygel. A lot softer than that Mshare one was. It's a very, very soft polygel. And because I'm so heavy-handed, I really struggled. Can you see it's a little bit lumpy bumpy, but nothing to worry about, nothing my file won't sort out. I do much prefer a stiffer polygel. And like I said earlier, my room was so hot, guys, which was making it even softer as well. But I don't mind soft polygel as long as if it's not sticky. And that's one thing Morovan polygel isn't. It is not sticky. I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds. And now we're going in with this Bozlin 003 polygel. I really like this polygel. This was the stiffer polygel out of the three. It was really, really nice to use. So what I've done is here, I've applied the polygel into that cuticle area. I've made sure it's nice and neat around the cuticle. And then pat and press it down the nail, fading it down over that green, making sure that blend is as flawless as I can possibly get it. Once I'm happy with that blend, I'm just making sure the cuticle's nice and neatly tucked in, and then I'll cure that for 60 seconds. Now we're onto the ring finger, and we're going to apply that Bozlin 003, that pink colour, on the free edge of this tip. So I'm just making sure that I'm patting, pressing, pulling that polygel down the sides, making sure the side walls are fully covered with polygel. Making sure I'm keeping that shape as close as I can to the tip underneath. Don't want this to be too bulky. You don't need these nails to be super bulky, guys. There's plenty of pigment in these polygels to not have to have them super thick just because you need the colour. That is one thing I will say about polygel. As long as if you get a nice pigmented polygel, you haven't got to create super thick nails. You can keep them nice and thin. As long as if your structure's in the right place, your strength will be there. You don't need super thick nails, guys. So once I'm happy with that, I'm just smoothing it out now. Can you see this is a lot smoother than the green? Because it's a lot stiffer polygel, I found that I was working so much better with it. It was giving me a much smoother application because, like I said, I'm so heavy-handed. I do work so much better with a stiffer polygel. So I'm just dragging that down, and then that excess bit there, I decided that I wanted to add a little bit more into the apex area of that middle nail. I felt like my apex area wasn't quite big enough. But I'll do that bit off camera, guys. So I'm going to pop that in the lamp to cure for 60 seconds. I've now pulled out Nailpop's clear polygel, and I'm just using that to encapsulate the blend on the middle nail and ring finger nail. That way, when I come to file the nails, I'm not going to file through that blend. I spent all that time making sure that blend looks flawless. Then I don't want to go in with my e-file and start filing into the blend, because it's just going to distort it. So I find the best way is to encapsulate the blend with a clear polygel. So I did the ring finger off camera. I'm now going in with some isopropyl alcohol on the lint-free pad just to wipe away that tacky layer. And now we're going to start filing. So it's time to check out Melodysusie's new e-file, guys. So Melodysusie's brought out this new e-file to celebrate their 16th year anniversary. 16 years, guys. So I just want to say congratulations to Melodysusie. And thank you so much for sending this nail drill for us to take a look at. So this is their catalogue of products. It shows some of the gel polishes that they sell and the colours what are in those series. On the other side, it shows their lamps, their dust collectors, their drill bits, their e-files. Yeah, it's their product catalogue. A little bit about them. It also shows their social medias there, their contact details. It's a really handy little booklet, that. We've got some stickers. I've got a few of these now. They're really, really cool, aren't they? Really unusual. Cool, I like them. So let's have a look at this e-file now, shall we? I'm so excited. So this is their S series. It's their SM320G nail drill. You've got the warranty there, you've got the instruction manual there, which comes in loads of different languages, which is really helpful. And this is the gorgeous new e-file. Look at that, guys. So you've got a choice of two colours. You can either have it in white or pink. As you can see, I've gone for the pink. It's so pretty. It's got a really nice weight to it as well. It's not very heavy at all. So that's the LED screen at the top. I really like it, guys. It's got a really nice sturdy clip on the back, so you can clip it to your waist. And then this is the matching handpiece. So the handpiece is metal, all Melodysusie branded. It's got a really nice weight to it as well. It's not very heavy, but it's not, you know, like some of them are very light and you can just feel they're not very good quality. You can feel this is really good quality. So that's the cable to connect the handpiece to the motor. So you plug that in there like that, and then the other end plugs in the bottom of the handpiece like that. Super easy. So that's those connected. This is the plug to charge it. This clips on the side of the motor. So you slot it in, then push it downwards, and that's to hold the handpiece in when it's on your waist. But I don't need that on today. I'm not going to have it on my waist. You've also got some e-file bits as well. This is the cable to charge it. So it is a cordless e-file. You just use that cable to charge it. So we've got that rainbow medium carbide bit, and we've got this ceramic medium barrel bit. We're going to be using that today. We've got a few different diamond bits in there. We've got the mandrel bit for the sanding bands. Also some sanding bands in there, and another pack of sanding bands here. Everything that you need to file your nails. I love that silver bit around the bottom with the Melodysusie branding. So let's turn it on, shall we? So you spin that. Let me show you again, because I don't think you saw that. Turn it off. So turn it clockwise to turn it on, and it shows Melodysusie. And it's showing it's in forward direction, and it's on 0.1 RPM. So you keep turning it, and the speed gets faster, all the way up to 35, which is 35,000 RPM. So that's your battery. It's showing that it's got a full battery, 35,000 RPM, and it's in forward motion. So you click that button to pause it. I really love this function. And then press it again to start. If you want to change direction, you press that button twice and that goes to an R. So that's now in reverse. Now listen to this, guys. Can you hear that? No, you probably can't. That is so quiet. And look, you can see there's no vibration coming from that handpiece at all. It's not even moving. It feels so nice to hold. It's a really nice weight. So we've turned it down to 16,000 RPM. No, I'm going to put it to 15. And it's in reverse. So we're going to pause that for a sec because I need to put the drill bit in. So to change the drill bit, you turn that bit to the left, take that bit out, put the file bit in, and then turn it to the right, and that will lock it in place. So let's get filing now, shall we? So when I'm filing, I like to go around the cuticle area first, get that cuticle nice and flush with the natural nail, making it look as natural as possible. You don't want there to be a big step in that cuticle area. You want it to look as natural as you can, like it is growing out of that cuticle. And then I like to just, especially with long nails, I just like to glide down the nail, keep going from left to right, and just smooth the nail out. There isn't a massive load of filing to do, to be honest, guys. It was just smoothing the nails out a little bit where there was a little bit lumpy bumpy. But these medium ceramic bits are a really good drill bit. I really like using them. They're great for debulking and smoothing out. So I'm just getting rid of any lumpy bumps that I can see. Keep looking at the nail from different angles as well, making sure you're getting it the same thickness throughout. There wasn't much to do in that cuticle area at all, guys, on this nail. It was more just at the tip. I needed to get rid of a few little lumps. And this Efile is doing an amazing job with this drill bit. So that's that one done. I've decided to pull out my Melodysusie dust collector, guys, because dust is going everywhere. So yeah, we're going to be using the Melodysusie dust collector. I will leave the link for that in my description box below if anyone's interested in that. So again, I've just gone around that cuticle area and now I'm sweeping down the nail from left to right. As you can see, I'm not putting no pressure on that nail at all, guys. I'm simply just gliding down the nail. Just want to go around in that cuticle area again. Just debulk slightly. And then pull down the sides. Going from right to left. Again, just at the very tip, there was a few little raised bits where there was a little bit too much product. So I'm just getting rid of that excess. Making sure that it's the same thickness all the way through that nail. I just want to say as well, guys, this Efile, it takes 3 hours for a full charge. And you get 18 to 24 hours work time before it needs charging again. That is an amazing battery. Also, when you're changing the speed, it's not jolty. Whether you're increasing the speed, whether you're decreasing the speed, it's a really smooth transition. I really like the sleek design as well. It's a beautiful little Efile, this is. I love it. Right, guys, that's the e-filing all done. I'm now just going to go in with my Melodysusie hand file. I'm just using the 180 grit side just to smooth over the nail, getting rid of any indentations that the e-file's left. And it just smooths out the nail beautifully. I do always like to finish off with my hand file. And I'm just making sure them edges and side walls are a nice, crisp, sharp shape. Making sure the free edge is nice and straight as well. So I'm going to smooth up them side walls, making sure they're all nice and smooth as well. And then whiz over the top, marrying the two sides together. Again, making sure that I'm checking from all different angles. Not only do you want to look up the barrel of the nail as well, guys, you also want to feel with your fingers, because you can also feel if there's any like dips or if there's any lumps in the nail. It's always good to not just look but feel as well. Just want to go around that cuticle area as well, make sure that's nice and flush. and it looks as natural as possible. Like here, I can feel a slight little dip, so I'm just filing over that, making sure that dip is gone. So that is the filing all done. I'll do the other 3 off camera, and now we've just got to buff over the nail, and that just removes any scratches that the hand files left, and it'll make the nail as smooth as it can possibly be. So that's that nail buffed. I'll do the other 3 off camera, and then that'll be them all finished, guys. And that is what they look like, all buffed, filed, ready for a design, guys. So if you want to see what nail art I'm going to do on these, make sure you hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell and click all. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. I'll make sure that's my next video out in the next few days, so keep your eyes peeled for that one, guys. Everything that I've used today, I'm going to leave links for in my description box below. I'll also include any discount codes that I've got in there as well. Again, I just want to wish Melodysusie a happy 16th anniversary. Thank you so much for letting me take part in celebrating your anniversary. And thank you so much for sending out the nail drill for us to take a look at. I really enjoyed using it. It's a really nice nail drill. So, that's everything for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.